Okay, time to find out. Let's push things. I lean forward and tie her long hair to the back of the chair. Oh dear. What a trickster. Let's see how she reacts. This is not what I meant to be doing. Old Nintendo Gamer.
And Son.
Hello and welcome to Old Nintendo Gamer and Son, hitting another visual novel here. This is a demo of 1, and it's 1 dot. There's a full stop at the end there, or what the Americans call a period. There exists another world, a world without a destination to go to, a world where time remains still. Yes, it is one with hope, an eternal world. This, according to the developers and publishers Ares, the developers Natomikusu, I've forgotten the Japanese name, is apparently a legendary visual novel. Never heard of it. Oh, it's Nova Mikasu, which is at the top there, on the left-hand side of the screen. This is 1 dot. I don't know how they're going to pronounce that dot. Trial version, but if you go onto the eShop, you can see that it's going to arrive on the Nintendo Switch on the 22nd of December for a whopping £58.50. Let's see if I can get my money's worth in this free trial version, which is basically fancy name for a demo, right? So the only thing I can do in the options here was to load a previous save. Oh, that was continue. There's config. That would be options rather. What can I config? I can change my the language, text speed, lines unread, blah blah blah. So this being a visual novel, lots of text reading. I suppose you could speed the text up if you wanted to. Let's get in. A to confirm, B to cancel, X is the menu, Y is your log, last choice, next choice if already read, and you can repeat the voice with ZR, quick loads and quick saves, and auto modes, tilt left and or tilt right, maybe to just push the text on a little bit. Okay, let's see what this legendary visual novel is all about. I was so happy. To the point where I sometimes take it for granted. But then I'd remember. I'm having to press A between these pictures here and give a small thanks for being blessed with such a happy life. Splashing through puddles and getting mud on the cuffs of my pants were only one part of that happiness. I always assumed it would last forever, as do most children. That I'd be splashing in puddles for the rest of my life. I'd assume I'd be collecting little snapshots of happiness forever. But it all came crashing down in an instant. 13th birthday party, something like that. Nothing lasts forever. Back then I had no idea that such sadness could even exist. I had no idea. Forever exists. That's what she said. It exists here. I know that's what she said. And that world where eternity exists, it's nothing but a figment of your imagination, is where I am right now. Blinking heck, after that black screen, this white screen is rather bright. Nova Mikosu. And it is mightily Japanese anime visual novel style, huh? Falling umbrellas. Bubbles. Eating hamburgers happily. Street mirrors. Rather large-eyed girls. Walking through rain and rays of sunshine. And a seemingly normal situation being shorn into some post-apocalyptic scene. I don't know if that's really happening. There's a signification of a catastrophic depression hitting somebody. Seasonal trudging. Classroom environment. Pristine, polished brown shoes. Hair blowing in the wind. 1. I wonder if it is 1 or is it the Japanese pronounce of one. It is November the 30th in 1998. Going back to the late 90s here. Friends is just appearing on TV, something like that, about that time. Shump! When was Friends? There's my wife listening to me talking about this. With an ear-splitting sound, the world turns white. Oh dear. Or more like, it hurts to open my eyes. It did earlier from that black screen to the white screen. Damn, that was dazzlingly bright, just like this girl is saying here. Nagamori, come on, it's time to get up. Alright, it's morning. That explains why it's so bright. Fold and wake up, or stay down, damn it. I'm gonna wake up. I'm an early bird. Right, I should get up, huh? Okay, time to get up. Ah, she didn't get up. Fwap. This time my body feels lighter as if I've been sucked into a gust of wind. Someone's picking me up, not lighter but much like colder. Someone's got the blankets, okay, or maybe my blanket's just gone. Wake up already! I'm gonna wake up. I want to wake up. Oh well, I better get up or else I'll be in trouble. Now you've got no blanket on, you have no excuse not to wake up. Okay, time to get up. Good morning! Thwump. This time everything suddenly goes dark as my pillow suddenly vanishes. I'm all like, I suddenly can't breathe. I'm all like, I'm dying. I eventually managed to free my face from the pillow, pressing down on it. Oh, you're finally up. Ah. I take several deep breaths to return colour to my oxygen-deprived monochromatic world. As my room comes into focus, so does the person standing by my bed. When I look up, I see a girl wearing a school uniform. Whoa! What is this mysterious yet beautiful girl waking me up so early in the morning? I press myself back against the wall behind me in surprise. It's your friend, probably. What are you going on about? The beautiful stranger walks over to her open window, a look of disgust on her face, and my blankets in her hands. I was just joking. The beautiful stranger, the joke's probably getting older, tosses my blanket over the edge of my bed before patting it lightly with her hand. You're never gonna find yourself a wife at this rate. You're in school. Don't worry about wives yet. What's that supposed to mean? Maybe you just need to find a strong-willed woman, someone who can drag you down the path of life. And you're just the girl to do that, yes, Nagamori? I heard that line many times before. Come on, if you don't get ready right now, you'll be late, she says while shooting me out of bed, probably so she can roll up my futon. You're really... wait there, that's a proper bed, not a futon, surely. You can really be a hard ass sometimes, you know that? What do you mean by that? Nothing. I leave the room with my uniform and bag under my arm. When I go downstairs, there's no one there. There's never parents in these houses. I suppose Japan, they're probably both gone to work. Yukiko most likely let Nagamori in as she was leaving the house to go to work. I think he's asleep, still asleep, so go wake him up or something. Our relationship is perfunctory at best. I'm not the only person living here, but you'd never know it that how rarely she's actually around. Because she's so busy with work. She seems to view the house as nothing more than a glorified bedroom, as her personal life is practically non-existent. I'm fine with that, it just makes things easier for me. Breakfast is laid out on the table, so I grab what I can and stuff my face. With that done, I'm about to head to the bathroom to wash up when Nagamori reappears. If you don't run, you're never going to make it on time. I haven't had my morning shampoo yet. This is absolutely not a thing that you do. This is the first time for everything, right? I'll save it for the weekend. Why put off what you can do today? Don't wait up. You're really gonna do it? I can't help if you're being serious. Not a chance in hell. She lets out a clearly exasperated sigh. I'm starting to think it's a dumb idea to be late over a joke that wasn't even funny in the first place. Shall we? I stand up and head for the front door. You haven't even brushed your teeth, pal. At least brush your teeth. I step outside and stretch. My breath floats like a white cloud in front of my face. Come on, hurry up. She pushes against my back. Time to go. Yes. I look at my wristwatch. I see we're never going to make it in time unless we run. That's what I told you. We'll leave my front yard and begin running. Lock the door. We keep going at a fairly brisk pace. If we can keep this up without slowing down, we should make it. Thump, 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 thump. Nagamori is right behind me. I've grown used to seeing the same scene every morning, but it's pretty strange when you think about it. It is, when you just wake up half hour earlier. What I mean is, if one link in the chain of events that led to this moment went missing, we wouldn't be here. We passed countless forks in the road. The chance of us never getting here was always pretty high, and yet here we are. On the other hand, you'll always end up somewhere, and maybe you'll always end up thinking like this, of course you will. And yet, when I think of my own life, the way our paths crossed still seems fortuitous. I lost my parents at a young age, at which point, that's why he doesn't have any parents, at which I went to live under the care of my aunt, Yukiko. I have no friends in a place I didn't know. I was very young and suddenly in a foreign country where I didn't speak the language. That's when she appeared. Chasing the foreigner, eh, Nagamori? Bang. I was brooding in my room as usual when I hear a knock on my window pane. Bang. What the hell? My room's on the second floor. Is someone throwing rocks or something? Bang. There it is again. Is this a joke? I'm sure they get bored soon enough. Go and look in your window. Bang. But there's no matter how long I waited, the knocking continued. Whoever it is doesn't give up, huh? I opened my window so I could peek out and see the culprit. You're gonna get a bang on the head. As soon as I did that, bonk. A large rock hit me square in between the eyebrows. I immediately squatted down, gingerly nursing my sore head. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I heard someone's surprised shout from below. What in the world are you doing? I shouted angrily as I leapt to my feet, gently holding my swollen forehead. I never meant to actually hit you. The girl standing by the other side of the fence yelled out an apology. I only meant to break your window. She looked vaguely familiar. Probably someone in my class. I continued making her feel guilty. It really hurts. I'm sorry, that should be enough, right? That was a real mean prank. I was just trying to get your attention. I only wanted to ask you to come out and play. How about ringing the doorbell? Liar. I'm not lying. You better get ready because I swear I'll make you rue the day you were born. I swear I'm not lying. That's her again. Surprise, surprise. Shortly after that, Nagamori came chasing after me. Oh, that was the history of Nagamori throwing rocks at my house. And I've been picking on her ever since. I don't flip her skirt up, but I do pull her underwear down. And instead of hiding her shoes, I just give her more by taking other people's. Then there's a classic lunchtime table flip, an incredibly complex maneuver that involves flipping her desk during lunch. Now that I think about it, it's actually pretty mean to her. And yet, despite it all, we're friends. That's probably why I'm thinking about the path that brought us here, and touching in a way. Kohei, move! Oh my god! Does she see me as nothing more than someone she can order around? Yeah? Huh? Another woman. Something slams into me. I manage to brace myself just in time, though the other guy takes... Oh, it's a guy. It sounded like a girl's voice. Takes a magnificent tumble before rolling head over heels across the ground. Oh, compared to the other guy who's currently face down on the ground, I realise I still steadily on my feet and ready to run again. Have become the attacker in this scenario. Why? You're making me feel like this is somehow my fault. That's because it is! Sorry, he was riding a bike down the pavement. The still prone girl snaps, lifting her head to face me. She's about my age, very clear. Oh, right, it was a girl. It did say he earlier, so there's a slight difficulty in translation, of course, which is understandable. You see what this jerk just did? She continues, turning to Nagamori, who's right behind me. Oh, yeah, it's probably your fault, Kohei. What? You're the one who told me to duck down and keep the center of gravity low to keep from getting hurt. Are you serious? I never said that. You freaking liar. Oh, I hurt my leg. Why does this have to happen when I'm in a hurry? I mean, I'm in a hurry too, you know? You can handle this, right, Nagamori? But I'm in a hurry too. I ignore her and rush off in the direction of the school. What a jerk this guy is. Wait up, Kohei. I dash through the school's front gate, heading straight for the shoe rack. I don't think he caused the accident, but he could have just checked if the girl was okay. Phew, I just made it in time. Nagamori arrives and I'm changing into my school shoes. So you ran away too? Are you for real? None of that was my fault in the first place. Well, I'm sure it's fine. Based on her uniform, she clearly doesn't go to our school, so I'm sure we'll never see her again. I'm sure you will. This is a visual novel, after all. As the bell echoes through the halls, I head to class, though the contrast between her appearance and her actions was pretty extreme. Yeah, you're right. Just before I step into my classroom, I notice my homeroom teacher at the end of the hall. See ya! She sets her bag down next to her seat, which is by the door. I head over to my seat by the window, exchanging a few words with my friends along the way. A substitute homeroom teacher appears, and thus the scene is set. The students who had been standing take their seats, looking bored. I glance out the window while waiting for the teacher to begin speaking. Well, that's where things take an unexpected turn that goes outside. The guys in the class begin buzzing with excitement. What's going on? I turn my attention back inside the classroom. And I can't believe what I see. It's the girl that fell off the bike. She's the teacher. To my surprise, our bearded homeroom teacher has become a cute young girl. Oh gosh. Quiet, everyone. No, Beardy is next to her. Okay. Hey, you guys, quiet right now. No waving. Old Beardy struggles to quiet the class down, which has erupted into pandemonium. As I mentioned at the end of class last week, we have a new student joining us. Come to think of it, I vaguely remember him saying something like that. Go ahead and introduce yourself. Everyone immediately shuts up. With that, the new girl opens her mouth. I'm Rumi Nanase. Upon closer inspection, I realize she seems oddly familiar. Wait a minute, it's the girl who ran into me this morning. I glance over at Nagamori, who's nodding at me. With that said, she seemed like an entirely different person compared to earlier. Does her quiet and calm demeanor make that much of a difference? I unfortunately had to transfer at a pretty random point in the semester due to sudden change in my parents' work situation. I was pretty anxious at first, but it seems like everyone's fairly laid back. There's a huge relief. Her adorable manner of speaking is only further inciting the guys into a frenzy of joy. Quiet down, I mean it. No dancing on the desks, you hurt yourself. I look forward to getting to know everyone. She's obviously going to get a dislike from me, but it's a love-hate relationship, probably. She bows her head. The guys in the room immediately erupt into a raucous cheers of greeting. As for where you be sitting, that row has a spot next to me. My row does indeed have a spot. Orihara! There's a spare desk out in the hall. Go get it and put it in the empty spot behind you. Without waiting for a response, he begins wrapping up homeroom period. I don't want you guys interrogating the new kid. That's it for today. With that, he walks out. Didn't call register. An excited circle immediately forms around the transfer kid. Sigh. Watching the situation unfold at the corner of my eye, I heave a sigh of unbearable annoyance as I trudge out into the hall. I've done a lot of reading today. There's a desk leaning against the wall just outside with an upside-down chair on top. I carry it back into the classroom before placing it directly behind my desk. On second thought, I decide to swap our desks so mine is at the end. Oh, hey, you can't just arbitrarily switch seats. She seems like the type of girl who'd stab you in the back once you least expect it. But our teacher said for you to put her seat behind yours, right? Do you really think Beardy cares? Oh, I guess you have a point. Beardy's actually a big softie. How do you feel about this anyway? She's looking at the crowd in front of the blackboard. It's too early to tell, but it's hard for me to unsee her threatening attitude from this morning. Underneath that assuming facade lies the spirit of a fighter. I'm not sure I'd go that far. You don't like that kind of thing in a girl? Like what? Maybe fate brought you two together. She's sitting right in front of you, so she'll have plenty of opportunities to talk. Oh, not this again. Why are you always trying to set me up with another girl? Because I'm worried you'll never find someone who can take care of you. With that, she returns to her seat as the bell marking the start of our first period class rings out. Most girls thinking men need women to look after them. She's always acting like she's my mum. Well, she honestly is the closest thing I have. Hey, a new voice cuts in. Yes? I look up to see the transfer kid. When is she going to realize? Thanks for bringing in the desk, I mean. How's your leg doing? Huh? Ah! It seems like she's finally recognized me. Don't open your big mouth and ask her. She's frozen in place, speechless. You put on quite the show this morning. Your name is Orihara, right? Nice to meet you. She ignores my words before quickly sitting down. That's my desk. Yours is right there. Huh? Oh, you swapped them. That was quite the show this morning. She suddenly sits down, turning her back to me. I think you'll be seeing a lot of her back. As the somewhat angry tapping of chalk against the blackboard echoes the room, I stare blankly at the back of her head, her hand holding my pencil remaining motionless. Or my hand holding my pencil. Why would she be holding my pencil? This girl's a textbook example of a wolf in sheep's clothing. Either that, or the girl we saw this morning really was a different person. She just got crashed off her bike. Okay, time to find out. Let's push things. I lean forward and tie her long hair to the back of the chair. Oh dear. What a trickster. Let's see how she reacts. This is not what I meant to be doing. And all the boys in the class will hate me because they all fancy her. After what feels like forever, the bell rings, signaling the end of class. That's it for today, the teacher says before definitively slamming the textbook closed. On your feet! Rattle, snap, an whole holy sound echoes out. Nanase is frozen in place at a very weird angle. She tried to stand up, but with her hair still tied to the back of her chair, she's currently bent backward with her neck yanked as far back as possible. Bow. We're now on break between classes. Thunk. Once Nanase sits back down, she turns and unties her hair. Then she slowly gets back to her feet and faces me. You wanna die, you stupid jerk? She spits out at me. Oh, I knew you had that fire from this morning. I knew all along. She's apparently snapped back to reality, though it's hard to tell which one's the real her. She suddenly pretends to erupt into a coughing fit before running out of the room. It's fairly obviously phoned in performance, and yet Huh? What's wrong, Nanase? The guys who were ready to begin another round of interrogation seem completely taken in by her ruse. Were you picking on her, Orihara? I'm innocent. Still, I wish I could sit behind her. You really lucked out. With Nanase gone, her fan club of guys quickly disperses. And in their place, Nagamori appears. Ah, that was weird. Not that weird, considering what you did to her. You saw that, huh? And heard it. I don't think I heard anything like it before. I think you gave her whiplash. Actually, it looked more like to me like she somehow caught a cold. What do you mean by that? Who knows? Try not to tease the poor girl too much, Koei. You two are going to be neighbors for quite some time. She says with a worried look on her face as she returns to her desk. I got the feeling Nagamori is always keeping an eye on me. As the bell rings out, signaling the start of the second period, Nanase briskly returns. This is a hell of a trial period. After shooting me a quick glance, she sits back down with a loud thump. It's clearly an attempt to keep me in check. I'm going to keep my head down. I feel like I'm reaching out to a cat whose fur is standing on end. Maybe it's just a matter of time. Nagamori had a good point though, this is super awkward. Yeah, just ignore her. Oh, wonderful writing there. Hard work, Orihara. Lunchtime. When I return from buying some bread, I find that to no one's surprise, my seat has been taken. Nanase is surrounded by a fan club which is engaged in a lively conversation with her. Despite seemingly being caught off guard, Nanase seems to enjoy their attention as she eats from a small lunchbox. It's rough having someone that popular sitting in front of you. Nagamori appears as I find myself stranded by the door. She's holding a mini carton of milk. That's just how it goes. Maybe I'll eat on the roof. Oh, the roof. It's cold out. Yeah, I think I'll be okay. Just eat at my desk. Your desk? Okay. I generally don't like the idea of eating at a woman's desk, but I guess I can deal with it. Maybe I will. Make yourself at home. I follow Nagamori as she practically bounces over to her seat. Did you finish eating already, Orihara? My friend Sumi stops me on the way over. No, just about to start. What perfect timing. Let's go to the cafeteria. My treat. What, really? I won big yesterday. I decide not to ask him what that means. Sure, why not? I can save the bread I bought for tomorrow. It's not often that Sumi treats me to lunch on his dime. I gotta make sure to butter him up appropriately. I also have to do something with this bread. My hands are full of bread and tea. Oh, hey Nagamori, can you hang on to this for me? Why didn't you just put it in your bag? I casually place the bread on top of her all too conveniently placed desk. Don't eat it, I'm saving it for tomorrow. Sure. Ready? Yep, how much am I allowed to eat? It's a cafeteria lunch, how much could it possibly cost? We'll leave the room together as we chat. This main protagonist is quite inconsiderate to everybody. Thanks to Sumi's it's seemingly endless conversation, we end up spending our entire lunch period in the cafeteria. And looking at the back of her head again. Afternoon classes begin. No matter what it is, well, aside from gym, probably the first class of the afternoon is always the sleepiest. But with exams right around the corner, I should really be paying attention, and yet I can't keep my eyes open. Deploy anti-nap desperate measures. I tie Nanase's hair to my fingers. That way, if I accidentally fall asleep, I'll end up yanking onto her hair, thus incurring her wrath. What a amazing. Between this and what happened earlier, there's no way she'll let me get off scot-free. My fear, coupled with the need to stay upright, will help me keep conscious. What a perfect plan. Yeah. And I'm going to execute it immediately. I grab a handful of hair and tie it tightly to my fingers. Now I can focus on class. What's this about tying girls' hair all the time? Did boys do that to you in school? Tie your hair to things? Never, exactly. But the main protagonist is quite an inconsiderate jerk. I turn my attention to the blackboard. Oh, I fall asleep. I'm going to fall, pull her hair. I shouldn't have tied her hair. Ow! Oh no, crap. I have to act quick. I yank on her hair as hard as I can, freeing my fingers from the strands tied around them. What was that? What's going on? Everyone in class is looking over to Nanase, who screamed. Oh, I'm never going to end to hear of it. I'm never going to hear the end of it after class. They eventually grow bored and the class grows quiet back down again. Crap, I was able to break free of my half-assed setup way too easily, leaving me once again on the verge of succumbing to my overwhelming boredom. No, I'll just back off. I probably shouldn't try to push my luck any further. Even my intuition is telling me to stop. Better quit while I'm ahead. Her hair dangling scant inches in front of me is so very tempting, but I have to ensure my own personal safety. I guess the only thing I can do is focus on class. Am I imagining things, or did my goal here suddenly change to something completely different? Just do your work, man. I assumed she'd say something once class ended, but it appears she's trying to ignore me. Yeah, you pulled her hair twice. I thought about talking to her first, but before I can make a move to do so, her fan club appears surrounding her, like they always do. Oh well. I spend her entire break completely zoned out as I listen in on their hullabaloo. I am so bored. I got an idea. I should see how many split ends Nanase has. No, you did not touch a girl's hair. I don't have time for that. It's almost time for exams. Phew, all done. I give a big stretch as soon as I hear the bell announce the end of 6th period. Hey Nanase, 6th period is over, which means it's officially after school time. I know that. I transferred from a different school, not a different world. Hey now, I'm just about to be trying to be nice. At the very least, I know she's not ignoring me completely. Nanase, are you going home? Let me show you around the school. Oh gosh, I don't know. It's not long before a fan club is already swarming around her. I managed to crawl out from between their legs with my bag in hand, abandoning my textbooks. Whew. Well then, what's the plan now? I could get a bite to eat. Nah, I'm gonna ask Nagamori to walk me home. How about taking Nagamori with me for a snack somewhere? Yo, Nagamori, let's take a detour on our way home. Unlike you, apparently, I have stuff to do. Like a club or something. Yes. I see, I was just thinking how it's been a while since I had a crepe at Patapaw. Ah, you're right. But you're busy, so I'm sure I am. But if you really want to go today, then I guess I can make time. No, it's fine, really. Sorry. I'll catch you later, then. It wouldn't kill you to do club stuff sometimes. It's not really my jam. You gotta try harder. I don't think this is a problem that can be solved by simply trying harder. Well, I guess not. I really gotta go. Yep, good luck. Thanks. Once Nagamori's gone, I glance around only to find myself practically alone. Nanase is nowhere to be found, probably because a fan club whisked her away. I guess I'll walk home by myself. I could go to a club now that I know Nagamori's not gonna get a crepe with me. I change back into my regular shoes, walk straight through the front doors and head through the empty courtyard towards the main gate. From out here I can see the track and field team running around, though their resemblance to a different breed of human leaves me feeling disconcerted. While our similarities end at the fact that we all attend the same school. There's absolutely no way I could study, exercise, and then return home to collapse exhausted on the floor. It's not like I have anything I should be doing right now, but hanging around out with my boring classmates is fun, and I do enjoy walking home with Nagamori. Lazy, laid-back days like this really match my personality. Don't think for 1 second I'm complaining. I can honestly say that this right here is my idea of a perfect student life. Pulling girls' hair. Stop with that nonsense and it might be much better. I pass through the gate and make my way home. It seems Yukiko's still not back yet. Not that it's particularly unusual, our paths hardly cross in our day-to-day lives. I go downstairs to brush my teeth before finally changing out of my school uniform that's been too lazy to get out of earlier. I'm about to crawl into bed already when a random thought crosses my mind. I'm not ready to go to sleep just yet. Maybe I'll surprise Nagamori with a little paycheck for her annoying wake-up call this morning. How about I sleep under my bed tonight? And when she goes to pull the covers this morning, I won't be there. I turn off the lights and slip into the dusty darkness beneath my bed. It's pretty hard to breathe down here, but not enough to keep me from sleeping. Good night. What a weird prank to pull. Oh, it's the 1st of December, 1998. Day 2 begins. I won't be going on too much longer, but let's see the hilarity at the beginning of December the 1st. Schwump, I hear the sound of my curtains being yanked back, followed by a dazzlingly bright light piercing my eyelids. You're under the bed. How does that happen? Come on, time to wake up. Whip. What the? Oh, there's a rolled up blanket under here that's shaped like a person. Where are you, Kohei? His bag and school uniform are here. You're gonna be late, Kohei. Oh, where the heck is that boy? I don't think he could sleep with her shouting in my room like that. Ka-chack. Bam. Rummage, rummage, rummage. Aha, there you are. Drag, drag, drag. Why is my body sliding along the floor? If you don't wake up right now, you're gonna be late. Eek, Nagamori's dragging me out of hiding. Morning. I pull the rest of my body out before getting to my feet. What the heck kind of position were you in to fit under there? I was trying to scare you. Well, it freaking worked. Happy now? More or less. We don't have time for that right now. I look at Nagamori's wristwatch as usual. It's not looking good. Come on, get moving. She loads me up with a bag and goes, maybe Nagamori, if you're really worried about me not going to school on time, you could come a little bit earlier as well, and then we could wake up earlier and leave earlier. You're partly to blame for this, you know. Go, go, go. And she then pushes me out of my room. I'm going to change my clothes, meaning you're on toothbrushing duty. For who exactly? Me. Why do you think I'd ever brush your teeth for you? I don't know, I just figured it'd be nice of you. Oh, you really need someone to take care of you, huh, Kohei? Not this again. I'm stuck here waiting for you, so hurry up already. Once I finally change in my school uniform, we hurry out of the house. Without brushing your teeth again, Kohei. Did you seriously go to all that trouble just to scare me? I can't hear her well since I'm running. Did you really just sleep like that all night just to scare me? Yeah, why else would I sleep in a place like that? Oh, your very existence is usually enough to scare me, for all your information. You're not stiff or sore after that? Not really, I can sleep anywhere. If you're gonna go to such impressive lengths for my sake, you could at least do something nicer. Like what? Seriously? Come on, I come to wake you up every morning. You could, like, show some appreciation. Good idea. Now, how do I do that? Ask her on a date? Go on, let's just push my luck here. How about I take you on a date? What? Yes? I don't know, that kind of seems like a terrible idea. Why? I'm not saying it's necessarily bad, but if a girl with a crush on you saw us out together, she might get the wrong idea. Huh? I don't care if they get the wrong idea. What? Why not? It's me we're talking about. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? I'm unaware of who you are, Nagamori. I'm such an idiot. What I'm saying is, you're going to be on a date with me. Oh, whoa, calm down. Sorry. I'm honestly more worried about you putting yourself down all the time, like that. I guess I'm okay, though. Do you really think people would just abandon you at the drop of a hat? What? Of course I don't think that way. It's not like you, Kohei. I'm totally fine on my own. That's something a lonely person would say. You're only making me more worried. Look, I'm fine. You're the one I'm worried about. Yeah, Yeah. We take the final turn and sprint the final stretch to the front gates of our school. Oof! Did we just make it in time? There's the bell, hear it? The bell rings against the clear blue sky just as she mentions it. We're a hair's breadth away from not making it. I sure am. We rush to the deserted courtyard toward the shoe rack inside the building. Here, reaching the rack first, I grab Nagamori's shoes before handing them to her. Thanks. We walk down the hall, pass another homeroom teacher, and roll into class. Phew, that wasn't so bad. I sure am. Inside our classroom, the other students are still engrossed in idle morning chit-chat. I say goodbye to Nagamori, walk to my seat by the window, toss my bag onto my desk, and slump down into my seat. Nanase is looking out the window in front of me like she's pointedly ignoring me. I'm not going to be rude. Yo, good morning, Nanase. Oh, morning. What's the matter? You doing okay? I'm fine. Yes, good to hear. Seeing as you're right in front of me, you got to keep up the good vibes. What the heck's that supposed to mean? If all I see is your sourpuss face, I'll sap my sunshine as well. What a thing to say. That's good to know. So you say my bad mood will gradually make you weaker as the days go by? You calling yourself a Debbie Downer? I only am as necessary as a last resort. Before we can finish our conversation, one wrought with such a vague level of sarcasm that neither of us can determine the exact amount, Beardy appears to begin homeroom period. We never see Beardy though. And as we begin homeroom period, that will signify the end of 1 full stop. This has been the trial version of 1 full stop. And a legendary visual novel indeed. Are you intrigued to see more of what's up with Nanase, Orihara, and Nanase? I've forgotten anyway, and whatever my name is. If you are, then get onto the eShop, because on December the 22nd, this will be releasing for £58.50. I'm sure it will go on sale within 6 months though, so if you can hold on for a sale. But it is an intriguing little story to start with, but a lot of reading if that's your vibe. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and give us a like if you've enjoyed our content. You can follow us on X, Facebook, Instagram, and Threads. We also have a private Discord server for some laid-back gaming chat, and if you're feeling generous, you can support us via Ko-fi. All the relevant links are in the description below.